1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm ready to go live. In 5, 4, 3, cameras roll. Silence to be on this set. Color, camera 1 and 2. Don't look at the screen. And we're live.
Hello, welcome everyone. My name is Kola Oluyemi, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to the maiden edition of the MTN Digital Career Fair. We would like to thank all of you who have registered, who have joined from wherever part of the world you are joining us right now. It's our pleasure to meet you. And you can rest assured that it promises to be an extremely enjoyable session for you. We have a lot of things lined up for you. Part of what we are going to be showing you is why you should work with MTN. And we have quite a number of people, some of my colleagues who are here, who will be sharing with you on some of the things that make us who we are as MTNers. That is, why do we want to work with us? Apart from that, we'll be sharing with you some of the vacancies we have, some of the ones that are in the pipeline, and so on and so forth. It promises to be wonderful, but we're not keeping it just like that. We'll also have some of my colleagues who will be sharing with you their journey. And when I say their journey, not just about career, what it means to be a part of the MTN family, the yellow blood flowing in us and everything. So, fasten your seatbelt, it promises to be great. Right now, what I'd like to do is to put you on standby. I have a colleague of mine. His name is Ajibola Opeluwa-Calebs. He'll be coming online to come and welcome you officially to this honorable occasion. It's my pleasure, and I really want to say thank you to you. However, we know quite a number of people are registered. We know you might have someone who hasn't registered and would like to be a part of this. So we will have the YouTube link scrolling down the screen right now, so you can just direct them to be a part of this show, okay? And that is what we have for you right now. I just want you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the journey with us. But for now, I want you to see this current commercial. Thank you.
Yellow.
All right, you're welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that. You just keep staying tuned to us as we take you on this ride. All right, I have here with me a colleague of mine who will be officially welcoming you and be telling you what to expect. AOC, welcome back. All right, so I call him AOC. His name is Ajibola Opeluwa-Calebs, and I'd like to hand over to him now. Let him tell you some of the sweet things that await you by joining this Yellowverse. Over to you.
Thank you, Kola. Yellow, and greetings, everyone. Our distinguished guests, esteemed participants, and potential employees. A very warm welcome to our first ever MTN Digital Career Fair. I am pleased to see many potential employees here today. This is a unique opportunity to discover new possibility worth exploring. MTN, the mobile telecommunications network, is a global leader in the telecommunications industry, constantly embracing innovation and change to transform the way people connect, communicate, and realize their aspiration. The success factor for MTN goes far beyond providing reliable network services or cutting-edge technologies. We firmly believe in empowering individuals, unlocking their potential, and creating opportunities for growth and success. We set MTN apart. What set MTN apart is our unwavering dedication to be brave and to look for the right talent, regardless of their background or circumstances, to dare to dream and be prepared to take position that shape MTN's sustainable future. This is in alignment with the MTN purpose that everyone deserves the benefit of a modern connected life. We understand the importance of providing a nurturing learning environment, mentorship, and resources that enables individuals to thrive. Through our career development programs, we offer guidance, training, and opportunities to unleash your true potential, allowing you to embark on a fulfilling professional journey. MTN recognizes that each one of you here today holds unique ambition, whether in technology, network, risk, marketing, or human resources. You have a chance to make a positive and lasting impact on society. By joining MTN, you become part of a global family that embraces endless possibilities, where your ambitions are supported and nurtured to make a tangible difference in the lives of millions. So I invite you today to consider joining us on an incredible career journey. Together, let's make a difference, empower dreams, and create a future where every individual can achieve their highest potential. Thank you, and let the MTN Career Fair begin. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ajibola. So there you have it. Are you excited yet? We are really, really excited, and we look forward to you being here. If you paid attention, you see some words that jumped at you. They jumped at me. He mentioned the right talent regardless of your background. If you're looking for a place where you can be you and still contribute to the economy of your country, this is the place to be. My Yellowverse, my MTN. And that's the reason why we don't want to keep this pot of gold to ourselves. We're inviting you, and we really, really want you to be a part of our team. All right, so here you have it. We'll go on to some of the other items that we have on the agenda. But before this, I want you to just hit me with this. All right, I hope you're staying tuned. Please don't go. If you blink, you will miss something. I have in here a very important individual. I call it a close friend of mine. Her name is Iyang. Iyang is currently the Acting General Manager, Organizational Development and Performance. And our role is very simple. She'll be sharing with you why you should be a part of our Yellowverse. So please join me. Welcome, Iyang. So I hope you have a lot of things clearly spelled out so that they will understand all of these things, that it's not just hype. You ready, right?
I hope so too, and I better remain your best friend as you just
I bet. So over to you. Take it away.
Thank you very much, Kola. So yellow, and good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for staying tuned in. And I would like to appreciate Ajibola, who I would say has made my job, even easier. And what's the job really? I'm here to speak on, to answer the question, why should you join the Yellowverse? I mean, when I was giving this, I thought a bit, and I had to say I couldn't find a more modest way of answering this question. A simple version is, you should join us because we are the best at what we do. That's it. That's really it. So if you want to join the winning team, you join us. And yes, I know some of us might be thinking, really? Yes, we know you're winning. It's very clear you're winning. But how do we know that you're winning today will also, imply that you would win tomorrow? How do we know that your winning is sustainable? And to that I say, big yes. This is a company of resilience and sustainability. And to answer that question, look no further than our rich history. I mean, there are very few companies with the kind of rich history that we have, given the number of years, how young or old as you want to keep it, like we've had since we started operations here in Nigeria. And in that period, we have gone through an unprecedented fine in the telco industry. We've gone through that fine, and we are now listed on the Nigerian Stock Exchange. In doing that, we birthed the first ever digital transaction on the Nigerian Stock Exchange. Soon afterwards, we were given the opportunity to get to the premium board of the Nigerian Stock Exchange. And today, as we know, we boasted 2 trillion naira in revenue. So guys, when we talk about sustainability, we're talking about this company. But in truth, that is not the reason why Kola is here today. It's not the reason why AOC, Ajibola we call him, is here today. And it's not the reason why I'm here, so many other MTNers are here today. The reason a lot of us remain in this company is something that Ajibola said in his introduction. It's something that we've had, the privilege of over the years as MTNers. We've had visionary leaders, and year after year, we've had the honor or the privilege of having a vision that we can stay tuned to. In the last 3 to 4 years, that vision, has come into what would say is our belief statements, our purpose, and that is that everyone deserves the benefit of a modern, connected life. And when we say everyone, we mean every Nigerian deserves the benefit of a modern, connected life. That is as deep as it gets. And that's what keeps us breathing. That's what keeps us dreaming. And that's what keeps us moving every single day. We want to ensure that the last mile, the last person in the rural area has the financial inclusion in partnership with the government. We want to ensure that, those of us in the so-called urban areas have the kind of 5G connectivity that our peers in other parts of the world experience. So we are very particular about our people. Our people really is everything. We're also very particular about our community. From tomorrow, as an example, we would be going on what we call our annual tradition, 21 days of yellow care. And through that program, we have we sponsor, we promote it. So it's our voluntary contribution to the societies that we serve, which is very critical for us. In addition to that, in terms of our ecosystem, we have a lot of partnerships we do with all sorts of vendors and partners all over. So really, our people make the difference, and our people forms our culture. And part of our culture, in our culture, is our employee value proposition. So I'm just going to take you through parts of the reasons why this company and people stay. Like I said, I've been here. I don't know, Kola met me here. I've been here for donkey years, and I'm like one of those people you say furniture. Fixed assets. Fixed assets. Thank you. That's the word they use. Fixed assets in MTN. I've been here for, in fact, let me not say it, I've been here for donkey years, right? And there's a reason why, and I'll be taking you through that in a bit. So, I'll be taking you through that in a bit. And for a lot of us right here, so we need you to come in, of course, to benefit from this. And the answer you would is what would make you remain. So you need to come in to then remain. We have 4 EVP pillars rather. And we like to say it's future-proof, or even though we know that it's not. We know that we'll continue to work on these EVPs and review this EVP and ensure that it is suited for purpose for all generations working with us. We have our Grow with Purpose, and there we are very key on learning. We're key on learning from a functional point of view, because we want people to understand their core growth, understand how they can move in terms of career flexibilities and all of that within their jobs. We are very particular about moving people from a professional level of, as an example, a 3 to 4, rather than investing in a 0 to 4. When we talk about thriving in positivity, this is all about diversity and inclusion. And there we are saying be you. We respect the you and the fact that you can be different because there are so many different minds. We want you to celebrate your uniqueness and the you that you bring into the MTN world. When we talk about connect to develop, that is a bit different from grow to with purpose, because connect to develop is about your wholeness. So it's not about developing you just as your functional abilities. We're looking at your leadership skills. We're looking at developing the breadth of who you are. And then work with meaning, probably the one I love the most. And with that, I like to mirror it with Maslow's hierarchy of needs, where we have the 5 levels. Maslow gave us 5 levels in that hierarchy. And, I might be exaggerating a little, but what we try to do with work with meaning is to get you to the 5th stage of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which is self-actualization. So very quickly now, going into each of the pillars. Empower to work. In fact, let me just read through what we mean when we say work with meaning. We want to live our passion every day. And that means getting to work that empowers us, sparks our creativity, and inspires us to make an impact. So for us, yes, you get a job profile when you join the company, but the job profile is not, you make the job your own. We give you that empowerment to make the job your own. We're very particular about the kind of experience you have on the job, because the job, we want you to make the job your own, like I said earlier. So we're very particular that you build capabilities beyond that job. Where we need to, we create small and swift teams because we understand the competition in the market. And so we want to have small and swift teams that can pass through the market, that can penetrate and ensure that we are first to market. And of course, anytime work. Anytime work really speaks to flexibility. So yes, conventionally, when you get your offer letter, I would say 7:30 to 4:30, but you can work 8:30 to 5:30, 9:30 to 6:30, 10:30 to, I've forgotten my maths now, 10:30 to 7:30, just do the maths. But it's actually your call to say how you want to work in our yellow verse. So moving on. Moving on to connect to develop. Outcome for goals is very important. We are very particular that every individual can see how what they do impacts on the organizational objectives and goals. So that's really what we say when we say outcomes for goals. In terms of coach to manage, we're very particular. We continue to understand the perception that people do not leave organizations, they leave their managers. And so we're very deliberate in coaching our managers to be coaches and not just managers. Invested leadership is like, a second tier. So apart from being coaches, we want our leaders to be inspirational. And so we don't just do this for people in leadership roles, so to speak. Right from the beginning, we're very particular about ensuring that everyone understands that leadership itself is an attribute that we want to build. Then agile performance really speaks to the us, right? Yes, we know that there's no us without individual eyes, but we're very particular about grooming teamwork, because teamwork is everything. I don't want to bore you with examples around football, which I'm very good in, to give you good examples of how without the team there's no individual. But really, that's the mindset in MTN. We believe in the strength of the team. Now, growing with purpose is not about the future for future learning. It's not about you just having learnings that help in your work for today. When we talk about your personal development plan, which is done every year, it's about looking at the future and saying that what you're learning, is it fit for future learning? Is it fit for future work? Ownership culture is something that is very dear to us because we want people to have an entrepreneurial mindset. We want you to own your work. We want you to treat MTN like, it's your business. Take decisions that you'll take if it were your own. So that's very key. Career flexibility as well. So you come in and there's a lot of opportunities that you can take to, of course, move and get the breadth that you need before, of course, you move up. Sustainability is very key, and it's interesting we end with this. It's like I've jumped a slide. I'll probably, let me just go back because I want to end with sustainability. Yeah, so let's go into, I did a double there. Thrive in positivity. So we want to thrive in an environment that belongs to us, an environment powered by genuine inclusion, respect for diversity, fair rewards, unbound recognition, and personal flexibility. So in that, the 4 things that the first one speaks to the fact that we want you to feel secured, rewarded, and recognized for the work that you put in. We believe in anywhere workplace. And when we say anywhere workplace, it's really working from anywhere within the shores of Nigeria. And of course, when we say this, we do know that there are a few jobs that you can't work anywhere, even within the shores of Nigeria. But those are the minute few. A lot of people can work from anywhere within the shores of Nigeria. Balanced work life is at the heart of what we believe in MTN, because we understand that a happy employee would bring his or her best to the workplace. So we're very high on this. We have, and I'm not kidding, probably, in fact, not probably, we do have one of the best medical schemes in this country. In fact, when you ask, and this comes out survey after survey, if you ask 2 out of 5 MTNers, maybe even 3, and say, what keeps you here? What do you love the most about this company? They point to the medical scheme because it is that rich. And with COVID, just before COVID, we began to enrich the medical scheme. But with COVID, we understood the need to expatiate the medical scheme to ensure that, we have everything around mental health. So it's a great mental health package within the medical scheme. And of course, embedded in the mental health package is an employee assistance program. So really very high, very big when it comes to balanced work life. And of course, inclusive and diverse is really what I've talked about before. We need everyone to believe, first of all, in yourself, believe in who you are as yourself, and bring yourself, not somebody else to the workplace. And that's the diversity that we need, because it's with different minds that we get the job done. So finally, on sustainability, which is what I started on, we are very high on sustainability, because with MCN, when we talk about sustainability, it's not about us. We understand that this company exists, and a lot is dependent on this company existing. We're very particular about our partners, our vendors. We're very particular about the community that we serve, because together we know that we would make Nigeria a better country. So thank you very much. So I hope I've done enough to convince you to join the winning team. We do play a lot. Sorry, we do work a lot. But like I even said, play first, right? So you understand that we do play as well so much. We have... Okay, I was going to just say a few more things, but really, I hope I've been able to convince everyone through the power of choice and through the EVP that we have in country. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Spoken with such passion. Wow. If I wasn't an MTN, I bet you I'd start running to apply. But guess what? Something jumped at me. I found out that this EVP seems to come alive as you were saying it. There are certain things that jumped at me. For example, you say you can own your job.
Yeah.
And I really find that intriguing because, just yesterday was my 11th anniversary in MTN, and thanks to all my friends who were congratulating me on LinkedIn. But
indeed.
I found out that as you were talking, I just realized the reason why I am still here, So it's really wonderful, and I hope you also are pitched into that. If you are looking for a place where you can be yourself, where you can own your job, where you can also be developed not for your current role, but the future responsibilities of what you'll be doing, I bet you, what are you still waiting for? All right? So please, don't log off yet. Let's keep the activities. If you have any questions or you are seeking some clarifications or anything that's jumping at you already, I have my team online. They're going to capture all your questions, and we'll do our best to answer them here. Ian, I'd like to say thank you to you once again. Please don't go. We still have someone who also share with you something spectacular, much more than what Ian does. I won't let the cat out of the bag just yet, but I'll catch you on the other side. See you. Welcome back. All right, so we're so glad that you're still logged on and enjoying us. We are enjoying you too. And like we mentioned, please let's make this interactive. Post your comments, post your questions and everything. We have heard so much and I'm sure you're already waiting, okay? Where's the row for me? Where's the row for me? So I have a friend of mine, a colleague of mine. Her name is Ibitola. She's here with me and she'll be answering your questions, okay? So please relax and keep calm because we got you covered. What is going to happen right now is Ibitola, she's going to be sharing with you some of the roles that we have for you. In other words, we have a place for you right now and you need to know what it is. So Ibitola, you're welcome. I hope our people are going to be excited, right?
Sure,
I bet.
sure,
Hit me.
Sure. Thank you. Good afternoon, wherever you are. I'm in Lagos, Nigeria, and I'm happy to have you join us this afternoon. If you are in a part of the world where it is morning, we say good morning, and if it is in the evening, we say good evening. Thanks. It's been exciting with the three speakers that have spoken. You, Kola, you started, Jibola followed, and Inyang, and they've told us beautiful things about our yellow universe. Today you may be asking, what are we doing today? We're actually doing the MTN Career Fair, and you may be wondering, what is in it for me as an audience? There you have a lot. Bumper harvest awaits you this afternoon. Because I'm in Lagos, I will be talking about afternoon, but wherever you are, please just keep calm and be on the lookout. You may be wondering, how do I get myself into MTN? We have different ways of coming into MTN. We have the internship program, which is if you are an undergraduate, you have that opportunity to come and do your work experience with us for a period of 3 months to even 1 year. And if you are a fresh graduate, we have the opportunity for you to join us. We have what we call our entry-level job, which is termed as level 1. And if you have a bit of experience, we can take you in as a supervisor or at supervisory level, and we determine that one as a level 2. And if you've grown in your career, you've acquired some experience, we have managerial level for you, which is termed as level 3, and we have what is called level 3H, which is a senior manager. The general managers, you've acquired, you have deepened experience, widened your experience. Yes, we have a place for you in MTN. And as executive, we got you covered. And we source our talent from anywhere you are, as long as you are in Nigeria, be it north, south, east, or west, or even outside Nigeria. Please, you are welcome on board. This afternoon, it is a great time here, and as I mentioned, you are not going to regret joining us, spending your time as well as your data to connect. Coming soon, we have about 27 roles available, and surely you will see it as I project them. They are in our technical function, network, IT, digital services. Please get ready, look at the screen, and quickly take down some of those roles. It covers all the job levels I've mentioned, be it level 1, even up to level 3H. And this is just a tip of the iceberg. Please stay around, be focused, pay attention, don't get distracted. And if you have your neighbors or your friends or your schoolmates that haven't joined, please let them join, because we have a lot for everyone this afternoon. So you may be wondering, how do I get in? Please stick around. We still have a lot for you. Like, you won't regret the time you are spending with us this afternoon. And sure, I'm happy that you are here, and surely you will invite others to join you. And as we look forward to you taking any of these roles that I have shown. So thank you, and please continue enjoying yourself.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Ibitola. Wow, that was some roles there. What I'd like to do before I let you go is I'm going to ask that you show that presentation again,
Okay.
because I know people are eager, they want to keep writing and everything.
Okay.
But while we get that ready, there's something that really struck me. I know this already, but it came alive again. It seems MTN is for everybody.
Yes.
So no matter the stage you are in your career, you can jump in. So even if you're a fresh university graduate, you can have it here. If you're an executive C-suite level, we can have it here.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be the one to keep talking. It's your show right now. What I want you to do is can you take us through that slide again? Because it seems I saw 27 roles.
Yeah.
And those are still upcoming roles, not even the ones that are already on
You are
the job
very correct.
advert. Fantastic. Could you just run us through them again? Fantastic. All right, so this is page 1 of 2. You can just go through and see any role that you've seen. Okay, so I need you to just stay on this row. Let's watch these ones. I'm sure there are people at home logged on from wherever. They will see a role that they would like to apply for or even recommend to their loved one, their siblings, their brother, sister, or anybody. So 10, wow. We have specialist role, engineer role, cybersecurity, everything. Coordinator, major incidents, wow. Coordinator, service performance and item, fantastic. All right, I hope you've seen some for you. Those are job roles in our information technology space. Can we see some more? I think we should go to the next slide. Wow, quite a number in our IT space. And these are even upcoming roles, not currently on a vacancy online. Okay, manager role. So specialist, analyst, it covers a wide range of ladder on anyone's career growth. Awesome, awesome, excellent. Okay, so I hope you're following on with us. So please, right now, what I would like you to do, go to the comment section, post your questions, post your comments, ask anything, nothing is off limit. If you want to know how to even start coming to our office right now, just type it, we will attend to all of that. So if it's all right, thank you once again for joining us. It's a pleasure. I'm sure those of us joining, we're also enjoying ourselves as we are in the studio right here on the office floor. Right now, what I want you to do is to stay tuned as I share with you some MTN commercials. We'll be back.
The winner and champion of the MTN Impulse Spelling Bee competition, I present to you Speller 11.
We're going to get the person who is going to be the MTN CEO for a day.
Hello everyone, I am David Kate and I am the MTN Nigeria CEO for today. I have a few hours before I hand over the CEO position. So this is the best time to ask me for your promotion and your salary. I'd like to announce the launch of new education data bundles on MTN M-Course for Nigerian students.
When our bonus is
I will discuss that with my ex-coach and get back to you. Thank you, MTN, for giving me this opportunity to learn, to play, and to shine.
My guy, my brother, my blood. You no get wetin fall from sky, we ground no fit collect. You know now, we have been through a lot. And we are still standing strong, nothing dey happen. You don't forget, together we overcame monsters. Found our own way through the dark with our own light. Never stayed on our knees when the world brought us down. And when hunger tigele, we found a way through the tough times. Battled the darkness with hope. And survived the heartbreak of loss. You see, all these things have made us unbreakable, unstoppable. So guy, shake off that bad vibe. Face that challenge with your full chest. Because this life, now we go run am together. Nothing do you. My guy, my brother, my blood. You no get waiting fall from sky, we ground and off you collect. You know now, we have been through a lot. And we are still standing strong, nothing they happen. You don't forget, together we overcame monsters. Found our own way through the dark with our own light. Never stayed on our knees when the world brought us down. And when hunger tigely, we found a way through the tough times. Battled the darkness with hope. And survived the heartbreak of loss. You see, all these things have made us unbreakable, unstoppable. So guy, shake off that bad vibe. Face that challenge with your full chest. Because this life, now we go run on together. Nothing do you. Who is a hero? In our book, a hero is someone who goes out of their way to make the lives of others better. That sounds like you. Be a hero and join us for Phase 5 of the MTN Foundation's What Can We Do Together initiative by nominating a community primary healthcare center for upgrades and support. To nominate, text MTN to 421 and follow the prompts. SMS is free to only MTN customers. You can also log on to www.mtn.ng/WCWDT to nominate a community. Nominations are open to all Nigerians. Nominations open on the 22nd of May 2023 and closes on the 17th of June 2023. So, what are we doing today?
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed those lines of commercial. Please stay with us and don't log off yet. And if you have any friend, colleague, or anybody around you who's yet to join, it's not too late. So we're scrolling our YouTube channel and on the screen right now. You can just share with someone, invite a friend, and don't keep these goodies to yourself. All right? So I'm going to bring Ibitola back for you because what she did was to share with you some of the vacancies that are upcoming. We have some that are currently on our job portal, and there'll be a lot of opportunities. However, I have another friend of mine. I seem to have a lot of friends here, okay? But that's how we roll in MTN. My friend is Eki, all right? And Eki, you're welcome. I have a question from Joshua Oluseyi, and I think you can answer the question. Joshua Oluseyi is simply asking how MTN manages to stay ahead, to be adaptable, and in the light of all the changing landscape. And I think Sheyi's question is just coming at the right time because I'm bringing you here, and I think you can answer. So maybe we start from there. How about that?
Okay.
All right, over to you.
Thank you, Kola, for that introduction. Everyone, so the reason why I'm able to answer this question is because I'm here and I work in the network division, where we are the ones pushing the technology forward. Now, we all know that we just launched 5G. Soon, 6G will come about.
Wow.
And it just goes on and on and on and on and on. And we are the forefront of this, of bringing 5G to Nigeria. So I believe that MTN is perfectly poised to continuously improve and to be ahead of all our competitors in this situation. Thank you for that question, Kola.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to be speaking to you all about a day in the life of Eki Majoro. So typically, my day starts with a cuddle from my son. It is the best part of my day, I have to say. Then following that, on some days I work from home, some days I work from the office. Now that is part of the flexibility of working in an organization like MTN. Now, on the days where I work from the office, I'm able to take my son to school. Now, in those minutes when in the car we get to talk, we get to connect, having that opportunity in Lagos is priceless. I tell you, it is utmostly priceless. So I drop him off at school, then I heave myself up to the office. Now, in case you're wondering what I do, I am responsible for benchmarking MTN Nigeria's performance against other operators now, and then looking for room for growth and room for improvements, as we need to continuously improve on all that we do. Now, back to my work day. Get to the office, and then I sit, and the first thing I do always is a to-do list. Trust me on this. This is something or a practice that you need to put as part of your life, whether it's personal or work. You need to always do this. So I do the to-do list, and then most of my days go according to plan. Send emails, receive emails, meet with my stakeholders, engage, have meetings, create presentations, etc., etc. But I'm going to focus on one particular day. Now, on this day, or let me say prior to this day, let's say like 5 days leading up to this day, we had been working on a presentation, or I had been working on a presentation for my manager to present to the CEO, the CMO, all the C's you can imagine. So it is a pretty important meeting. So I've done my bit. I've done the work. I've given him the presentation. I'm working from home on this day, so I can pick my son up from school. So tell me why, 10 minutes prior to this meeting, I get a phone call from my manager. He says, Eki, I have an emergency to attend to. You are going to have to give this presentation. You can hear me speak now. I'm confident. I come across as confident. You can hear me, you can hear my words. I know my strengths, but that day being thrown into a room where I was not prepared for, I was nervous. So we get home. My son goes off to play, as he does. And then I sit in a corner, I sit at my desk. What's the worst that can happen? You know this presentation, you created it, you put the information in there. Everything in this is your words. Why are you nervous? We get into the meeting. I do my presentation. And do I give a presentation? I did such a great job. My manager's manager sends me a message saying, what a fantastic job I had done. Now, this is the thing about working in an environment like MTN Nigeria. You have supportive colleagues, you have supportive managers who push you because they know how well you can perform. They push you to do more, they push you to perform better. And they know your strengths, they know your weaknesses. You see these people day in, day out, you work with them. They help you improve on not only on your strengths, but also on your weaknesses. That's, believe me, I have been here, I've been in MTN for over 10 years. And throughout my time here, I have had, from beginning to now, supportive and overly supportive managers, and even my managers' managers have been supportive of all my goals. So yes, that is one of a day in the life of Eki Majuro.
Interesting. Thank you so much. As a matter of fact, as we were talking, I was like, are you reading my script, my life script or something? Because really, that's really what it is for me. Starting from the home front, and while Ian was there, I remember I was asking that it seems now I'm beginning to discover the reason why I'm still here. And he just mentioned one of the reasons, family, home. You know, just like me, I don't joke with my children, and I also appreciate the time spent with them. You also mentioned the issue around supportive managers, and I was like, I thought I'm the only one who enjoys that.
No, I think quite a number of us have had or have good managers, and even our managers, and it's very important for your career growth. It is absolutely important.
I bet it is. So guys, there you have it. It's yellow and sunshine on this yellow side of MTN, and we want you to be a part of this. All right, so thank you very much. We'll be back. Let's do some commercials. Thank you, Eki.
Thank you very much, Kola.
Thank you and welcome back. Thank you for staying tuned with us. This is still the MTN Virtual Career Fair, and we are thankful that you're still logged on. You can still invite some of your friends who may not be on this call just yet. Our YouTube channel is scrolling right now. Could you please share it with them? Let them be a part of the goodies on this yellow side of the digital divide. Now, if you've been following us and you heard Eki, or maybe even right from Inyang or from Ajibola, or maybe you've been tantalized by some of the roles that my friend Bitola shared, and you think, oh, this is it. No, this is not it. I need you to listen to my next guest, who is also my friend. His name is Yeneme. Now, this is what's going to happen. Ekis did share with you about, the home front and everything. Wait until you hear what Yeneme has to say. So, Yeneme, it's a great pleasure to have you with us in this MTN studio. So, I'm sure you have some interesting things to share with people that will keep them jumping right now, don't you?
Oh, of course I am.
So, please hit me with them.
Everyone, and good afternoon. My journey through the Yellow Vest has been an interesting one. Coming from a tech background, MTN has been able to build me into a professional, not just advanced in the tech skills and knowledge, but someone with, of course, the business acumen, entrepreneurial and managerial skills, and most importantly, leadership quality. I always consider myself as a traditional MTNer, being that I came in through the Global Graduate Program, and this is a fast-paced development program that combines formal learning and on-the-job experience. And of course, this is to groom the next level of the next generation of business leaders. In becoming these business leaders, you're exposed to numerous resources from MTN, from structured workshops to curated learnings to specialized training programs, mentorship faculty, and of course, project participation. All of this is underpinned by our core culture and value of which we call LYRIC, which is leadership, innovation, relationship, integrity, and the can-do spirit. This makes MTN a great place for me. But some of the things that really stand out for me as an MTNer is the curated learning. MTN has a way of matching your developmental needs, your skills, your talents, your weaknesses, and to create a program that would help you deliver value to yourself and also the business. One other thing MTN does is they're able to identify and incubate talents. So whatever you're good at, MTN is able to make you better and also the best at it. So just keep doing what you're doing and you'll be identified and put through training, coaching, whatever workshop that you need to actually highlight those talents that you have. And then, of course, you're rewarded immensely for great performance. So it could come in monetary, it could come in as monetary rewards, it could come in as maybe job rotation, even project participation at the enterprise level. Of course, you're rewarded for great performance. And then, of course, MTN gives you a sense of ownership through the discounted shares option and the performance share plan. MTN makes you feel like you're not just working for somebody, you're working for yourself because you also own part of the business as well. And my journey through MTN, every year there is always something significant, either to celebrate or something that would make your resume stand out. When I joined MTN in 2018, MTN embarked on the very first hackathon, which was tagged Discovering the Epic. And I was part of this hackathon in fostering, in facilitating, and also as a pre-judge before the final selection process. And then the next year, MTN organized the very first 5G demo in West Africa. And of course, I was also handpicked to be part of the technical team to showcase the speed of 5G and other use cases. And then in the year of the COVID, I graduated from the Global Graduate Development Program. And of course, I got into a higher role. I was no longer the bottom of the pyramid. And then in 2019, MTN nominated me to be part of the United Nations Global Compact, where we were able to share business objectives that were in line with sustainable development goals. I presented our solutions at the United Nations General Assembly, and of course I was awarded the United Nations SDG Innovator of the Year. And then last year I was brought into the talent incubation program for where they groom top performers to step into management. And overall, the program was a success. The program was a success because at the end of the program, I applied for, and of course, I got into a managerial role. So all of this has made MTN an amazing place to work. But some of the key things that has helped me grow, which of course I'll leave with you, is number one, bring quality to whatever you do. Whatever, even if it's dotting an I or crossing a T, make sure you are good at it. And one day when they are looking for who does the perfect I, of course, you'll be remembered. And of course, keep learning, keep growing, never stop learning. And there's a saying that extraordinary things happen when preparation meets opportunity. So keep preparing yourself for challenges. Just be ready for any opportunity and any challenge you can see. Then make strategic friends as well. Know the kind of people that you have to associate with. Understand workplace politics. Know the power balance and know how to make it play to your own advantage. And of course, that's what has helped me to excel through the yellow vest. Thank you.
Wow, awesome. This is loaded. Thank you so much. It's really interesting that along the line, I seem to be getting like, am I being spoken to by a life coach, or is it a motivational speaker? And I'm also looking, what company is that? I just jumped out of my reverie. Yeah, it's the same yellow vest. You mentioned something that you were sponsored to the United Nations by MTN. Wow. Guys, there's a lot waiting for you here, and I can't wait to receive you. You can see, not only are we encouraging you to come and be a part of our yellow vest, you're also hearing there's a lot of goodies here. You heard when he says almost every year there's something for us. And indeed, it's correct what he said. It's not only about the salary. You get the salary, but you get much more. You get to meet friends. You get opportunities to grow. And if you recall, for those of us who had been with me since the beginning, you heard about when Ibitola was talking about the various pathways through which you can come into MTN. She did mention the Global Graduate Development Program, also called the GGDP. It was that pathway that Yaneme got into MTN and is now a manager. So really, there's no end to what you can achieve in this yellow side of the universe. All right, so I would like to bring in the next person right now. But before that, I would like to take you on a short commercial break. When we come back, I would like to take you on another journey, but I won't tell you what it is. Yaneme, I really want to thank you for joining us in the studio.
Thank you.
I really am envious of your growth, man. Oh, wow, it's interesting. Thank you for sharing with us. And I like those nuggets that you also threw in there. Thank you so much. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Thank you for staying tuned. I hope you've invited some of your friends. We're still rolling on, and we still have quite a number of interesting stuff for you. We have some questions scrolling in, so I'd like to encourage you, please keep the questions coming. I have two questions right now. The first one says, I registered, dropped my CV by the time I was joining this program. When roles come in, do I still need to drop my credentials? The question is, when you see, to answer that, when you see a role that suits you, just log on and do follow the prompt. If it prompts you to drop your CV, make sure a CV that has been updated to suit that role is loaded or uploaded in that portal. So to answer the question in shorthand, it doesn't matter whether you have uploaded while you're joining this particular or registering for this particular career fair, whatever the requirements of the job role that you are interested in says, still follow it. I also have a second one, and it's interesting that it actually speaks to my next speaker, or maybe I should use the word guest, since I've been doing that consistently. He's another friend of mine. We make a lot of friends in this Yellowverse. Her name is Vivian, and she's here. So, Vivian, you're welcome. Good to have you here.
Thank you, caller.
And I like your frame. Okay, so I have this question from Talabi Samuel. And what Talabi Samuel is asking is, he would like to know what we do in MTN to foster a diverse and inclusive work environment. And I think this is really coming at the right time because of what you're about to present, or don't you think so? So I think you may just want to answer that question. What is MTN doing to foster a diverse and inclusive work environment? And what other specific keyword that Talabi Samuel is asking, what other specific initiatives or programs are in place to ensure that all employees feel valued and supported in MTN? I think you can take it away, don't you?
Oh, sure.
Over
Thank
to
you,
you.
caller, and thank you, Talabi, for your question. Yes, there's a whole lot that we have to offer in terms of diversity and inclusion. Right, so in MTN, diversity and inclusion is not just a buzzword, it's part of our identity. So in terms of our footprint, right, we have footprints that is across diverse of ethnicity, diverse of languages, across the globe. And this is evident in the 22 countries where we have our operations, right, whereby we have over 70 nationalities, right, multiple ethnicities, languages, and diverse of generations of workforce who brighten our culture. It can also be evident in our global ecosystem and in our way of life in terms of how we deliver experience in every market. So yes, D&I is very dear to us, very, very dear to us. So we've put a structure in place. Remember I said it's not just a buzzword to us. So we've put a structure in place to birth D&I to life, starting with our D&I vision statement, as you can see on the screen, to be the most inclusive and successful organization across Africa and in the Middle East, putting diversity into action to help our employees, to help our customers, and to help our communities to thrive. Now that tells us that our commitment in terms of diversity and inclusion, so if you hear me say D&I most times, I'm referring to diversity and inclusion. So our commitment spans across, in terms of diversity and inclusion, spans across talent, right? An inclusive workplace where everyone can thrive in positivity. Our customers, you and I, that we serve each day, and then our community, right? And if I make reference to what Iyang said when she took her part, she mentioned 21 days of yellow care. That's an avenue that we give back to the community. And that shows how we are community focused in how we deliver experiences in our market. So we've put a structure in place. We are deliberate about what we do. So invariably, since we have our commitment across 3 areas that I have just mentioned, we are further guided by our inclusive philosophy. And that entails the respect that we have for each other as a result of our shared humanity, the fact that we are connected to each other for our shared purpose, because in MTN we promote one team, one goal. We celebrate our individuality and our uniqueness. We recognize the fact that we are different in diverse ways, and we celebrate each other in that manner. So based on that, it is our oneness, right, that we aspire to be what truly diverse and inclusive organization. So our desire is that we create an environment that supports you, that promotes every form of equitability, inclusiveness, practices where everyone can thrive and succeed in MTN. So in essence, we're saying that we look forward to welcoming every one of you to our Yellowverse, regardless of who you are, regardless of your ethnicity, regardless of what generation of workforce you belong to, the Gen Zs. I saw Centennials not too long ago, and that's referring to current century that we are in.
Wow.
And
your gender, whether you're a male or a female. That's what we promote in Nigeria. And then if you fall in the category of someone with disability, we equally welcome you in our yellow verse. We've put structures in place to ensure that even persons with disabilities are able to thrive in our environment. You can see it from our accessible walkways that we have in the organization, accessible washrooms that we have in our establishment.
Yeah.
And then we are deliberate about recruiting persons with disabilities, whereby we ensure that we support them with all the enabling work tools for them to work effectively in our yellow verse.
Interesting. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
There's something that jumped at me while you were taking your presentation. You mentioned one team, one goal. As a matter of fact, Vivian, a lot of things jumped at me. But I want to just latch on to one team, one goal. How does this play out in the workplace?
It plays out in everything that we do. So you're not promoting your personal goals alone, right? So whatever you do, you think about the next person. So you put your humanity to play, and then you're open to collaborating with every other person across the business. So it's not just you pushing your own agenda. You're pushing a collective agenda towards achieving, what we push in the business is the Ambition 2025, which is the strategy that we're running with. So we work collectively to ensure that we're able to achieve that one goal that has been set before every one of us.
Thank you so much, Vivian. And thank you to you, Samuel Talabi, for asking that question. But don't forget, you can also be a part of this by joining the community of participants and making your voice heard. Just go to the chat room, please type your question, post your comments and everything, and of course, you'll be sure that you'll be recognized, we'll answer your questions, and we'll take whatever that your inquiry is about. I would like to move very quickly to the next item. I'm being someone also very, very interesting that's going to come up, but do not forget, don't go just yet. I'm going to bring Ibitola back in case you're just joining us. Ibitola has been here to just share some vacancies with us, because in case you're still just joining us, there may be the question, okay, I want to come to MTN. What's the next thing for me to do? Stay tuned, and Ibitola will share with you. But before then, I would just like to say thank you once again, Vivian. Thanks for sharing on D&I and everything. So let's go for some commercial break, and we'll be back after this. Welcome back. Thank you to all of you who have stayed tuned since we started. As I mentioned, it promises to be great. We still have some goodies for us. Right now, I have back on set Ibitola, and Ibitola will be sharing with us some more tips on some of the vacancies we have. But before I just bring her on, I have some interesting questions from some of us. I have a question from Kelly Futura. I have a question from Aduni Ogunleke. I also have another question from Donald Eliobose. And I think I would like to hand them over to Ibitola at this point, because what she's going to share actually answers your question. So Ibitola, could you just, let's start by taking this question. Maybe you may just want to read them out so that the viewers at home will be able to know what the questions are, then you answer them.
Okay, thank you. I'm glad to be on set once again. Good afternoon, everyone. As the caller mentioned, we have 3 questions, and they are great questions. From Sophia, one is, for those of us who are inexperienced, when it comes to the real world and honing our potential, what advice can you give us as confidence boosts? Interesting. The advice is that continue learning. You are on the journey. For you to be on this call this afternoon, you have taken an important step, because as you learn, you own your experience and you'd even improve on what you have learned. Where are the opportunities for career conversation, be it formal or informal? Please make yourself available, because you gain 1 or 2 tips that can help you to get the experience. And who knows, you don't even know, maybe your jobs will be there at that moment, as very soon we will unveil some of our jobs that are currently ongoing, and that very soon you will have the opportunity to apply and get yourself into MTN Yellowverse. So confidence boosting opportunities or methods are what you have started, and continue. Take online courses that are free. We have them everywhere now. How you can actually increase your experience, and volunteer yourselves, because volunteering is something that you can gain experience from, and from there you may have the opportunity to get something bigger. There was something I read during the COVID, when there was lockdown in Nigeria, particularly from Akwa Ibom State. There was a gentleman that offered himself as a volunteer, delivering food to people, and it was free. But 6 months down the line, there was an opportunity for the state government to nominate people who would register for one of the military officers as a recruit. And he was given the opportunity, and within 6 months, he acquired the military training experience. But if he had not volunteered himself, he would not have been aware of that opportunity. So volunteer yourself and continue learning. And there was a question from Aduni that has to do with our MTN values. The question is that what are the core values of MTN, and which is inevitable in the life of an MTN staff while on the job? We have 5 core values, and they are all equally important. You can't use one and leave the other. And the 5 values are leadership, integrity, relationship, innovation, and can-do. I will say it again: leadership, integrity, relationship, innovation, and can-do. And you all agree with me that those 5 values are very critical in individuals' life, and even in the life of a corporate organization, because you need to demonstrate self-leadership as you work. Now we have hybrid work. You work 2 days out of the office, and you work 3 days in the office. You have to demonstrate leadership so that you are accountable for what you are doing. And if you have people reporting to you, you need to demonstrate that. And think about integrity. Integrity is when you do what is right when nobody is watching, and you are true to yourself, so you can't eliminate it. And it requires that whatever you are doing, people can trust you. Honesty, it weaves into integrity. And think about relationship. We live in a world where you cannot be an islander or an island on your own. You need to connect with people. And the business we are in MTN is business of connecting people. So we need relationship. And it goes a long way for you to be a super performer, a super achiever. If you remember what Inyene spoke about, the second speaker, before I came on board. So it's one of those things that are very critical, because he worked with other people across the globe, in the world, in delivering what MTN requires for that UN something. I can't remember the particular thing. Kola, do you?
United Nations.
So there was a UN project that he needed to do. So he displayed relationship, and we are displaying it. And think about innovation. We are in a world where every day, we have innovative products and services. So you need to be innovative, because if you are not innovative, you will be dead. And think about what can do, because the life we live now is interwoven: work, life. You need to just demonstrate can do, so that you can deliver and you have a balanced life in your personal life, in your family, as well as your work. So the 5 are very critical. And the last question from Donald: please enlighten me as to how the recruitment process goes at MTN and how long it takes. I'm glad to share that with you. The first step you take is you would have to apply. In the course of this meeting this afternoon, this call, you will get to know how to apply. So just stay on the call. The first step is to apply. Once you apply, a recruiter will get to read your application. And remember that MTN is a great place to work, so we have plenty of applications that we have to go through. So the application window opens typically for 7 working days. So including the weekend, you're having about 10 days. So after that 10 days, then a recruiter will get to read all the applications and shortlist people based on those who meet the requirements. and some of the tests or assessments you have taken during the application. So you have seen about 15 days. After that, you go through to the first level of assessment, which may take another 5 to 7 days. Thereafter, you have another level of assessment because we are very sure, we need to be very sure of who we are bringing on board. So there are assessments because we are always looking for the best. And remember, MTN, we are #1. So we are always looking for people who have the potential and who are willing to travel that journey with us. And we want to be very sure. So we are very thorough in our assessment process. So give and take. It takes between 1 month to 2 months for a recruitment process to be concluded. In all this recruitment process, they are all virtual process. Even if you have to do an in-person, it may be 1 out of 3 or 4 recruitment processes. So we are digital and our processes are digitalized. So that's that. As I said, that you may be wondering, what is the need for me? The now job, as we say in our local parlance. I will be revealing that to you. Please stay tuned and try as much as possible to see the opportunities that you have now, even to be sure the opportunities are closing tomorrow. So get yourself ready. If it is not for you, you can refer family and friends, or you can even refer your mentor or mentee. So just stay on. The jobs will be revealed soon. So 16 roles, they are all closing tomorrow. Please, what are you doing? Don't wait. See where you fit in. Like the first job, numbers 1 to number 6, if you have 3 to 6 years experience, you are eligible to apply for that. And you don't necessarily have to be an engineer, though we are talking about technology. If you're in the sales area, if you're in the customer service, any background you have, you may have a legal background, because I saw a question where someone said he or she wanted to take a career break from legal profession. This is something you can consider, because with a legal background, you can do anything, account partner, because it's about relationship management. And I know legal profession, you talk about negotiation, contract drafting. That experience or that knowledge, you can bring it to bear. Role 7, it's core technical areas. So those of us who are on the call and who have engineering background, that is a perfect fit for you. Number 9 is the same thing, that you can have any background as long as you have that willingness, that can-do spirit. You can do role number 9. And role number 10 is a bit of an experience level in the sales area. So you should have experience in sales. And our sales is very interesting. You are enabled, you are empowered, and you sell to everybody, irrespective of their status, economical or social status. So as we are talking, it is as outcome of our sales and distribution activities. Number 10 and number 13 and number 14, it is for entry-level jobs. So those who may not be experienced, but you are willing to do that job, please. And you are up north, we are actually looking for you. Ladies, guys, you are welcome. Please. Kura, Tunduwada, you can do that. Senior architect, information and master data, this is in our IT space. So people with IT background, please be prepared. And the last one, engineer switch support operations in the eastern region. It is open, it's closing tomorrow. So as it is going, please ensure you lock in your application before it's gone.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ibitola. Interesting. In case you're just joining us, you can still be a part of this by going to the comment section, typing your question, post your comments and everything. In case you just also joined, Ibitola had been here earlier, and what she shared are some roles that are in the pipeline. So there are quite a number, more than this. But it's important that you notice that what we just shared, most of them will close by tomorrow. So what are you waiting for? Get on there. And we're going to also share on the screen right now. You will see our address on how to apply. Go to the website and look for these roles, and you will see them. She mentioned some up north and all of that. The roles come with the location, so you will see it and everything. Don't go away. I have another important person. In fact, this person is quite the storyteller. She's also my friend. Everyone is my friend, you say. Her name is Ude, and she's also going to share with us a day in our life. You don't want to miss it. And after we'll just say some things with you, and we'll be ready to wrap up. But before that, I want you to take this commercial and let's go, and we'll be right back after this. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
video data for 50 naira and 3 hours for 130 naira on the MTN network. Simply dial star 131 star 8 star 1 hash today.
The winner and champion of the MTN Impulse Spelling Bee competition, I present to you Speller 11.
We're going to get the person who is going to be the MTN CEO for
Hello everyone, I am David Kate and I am the MTN Nigeria CEO for today. I have a few hours before I hand over the CEO position. So this is the best time to ask me for your promotion and your salary. I'd like to announce the launch of new education data bundles on MTN Career for Nigerian students.
When our bonus will be,
I will discuss that with my ex-coach and get back to you. Thank you, MTN, for giving me this opportunity to learn, to play, and to shine.
Who is a hero? In our book, a hero is someone who goes out of their way to make the lives of others better. That sounds like you. Be a hero and join us for Phase 5 of the MTN Foundation's What Can We Do Together initiative by nominating a community primary healthcare center for upgrades and support. To nominate, text MTN to 421 and follow the prompts. SMS is free to only MTN customers. You can also log on to www.mtn.ng/WCWDT to nominate a community. Nominations are open to all Nigerians. Nominations open on the 22nd of May 2023 and closes on the 17th of June 2023. So, what are we doing today?
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed watching our commercial. That just gives you a glimpse of how we work and play and have fun in MTN. All right, so if you just joining us, you can still be a part of the show by posting your comments and your questions. We receive quite a number. I would like to mention that everyone who has joined, I wish I could just go through your names one after the other, but because of time, I won't be able to do that. But that's how grateful I am that you are part of the show today and you're part of this installment. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to hear a very interesting story from one of our general managers. She's also my friend. Like I mentioned, everybody is my friend, okay? Her name is Ude, and I'm going to ask you that please don't blink, because if you blink, you miss something. Ude, it's a pleasure to have you here. Thank you for joining us. I'm sure you have some interesting stories to share about what it is to work here, don't you?
I think so. Good afternoon, everyone. It's nice to be here and also to share some experiences of mine. I'm going to be talking about my typical day as a leader in technology. So it's important, of course, every leader knows that it's important to start your day right. So I wake up very early. In fact, during the week, my alarm goes up by 5 a.m. and I try to be in, the right zone for my spirit, my soul, and my body. So that entails me doing my devotional first thing, taking a walk around the estate some days of the week. But more importantly is that I look at my phone to see if there are issues or concerns. So we have a 24/7 monitoring team that looks at services in terms of their performance, and if there are any critical issues, they actually escalate it. So I always look at that every morning to see if there is something I need to jump right into and fix before the day starts. Then I also look at my calendar to plan my day properly. I dive right into the day, my day is categorized with a lot of meetings. I think about 60% of my day is spent in meetings, both strategic, operational, internal, external, meeting different stakeholders, tracking things that are happening, ensuring that everyone is aligned, into delivering a common goal. But the organization has done us very well, right? so that we're not overwhelmed with meetings. On Wednesdays, there are 2 Wednesdays in a month that are no meeting days. You know, you just have to zone in and focus on things that are innovative, creative, and bring up ideas that can move the organization forward. Then there are other 2 Wednesdays in a month also that there are no meeting afternoons. So you can also concentrate and do what is important to you personally and what is productive for the team as a whole. So as a leader also, I'm plagued with a lot of decision making. You know, people come for different things. You know, there are numerous decisions I need to make every day, from strategic decisions to operational things, and sometimes it can be overwhelming, but of course I need to use my experience, my analytical skills, you know what is risky, what is rewarding. You know, I always also know the balance between the short-term benefits of something and the long-term vision that we are trying to achieve. So we always try to ensure that the decisions that we are making are beneficial not just to us but to also the organization. Also, as a leader, I believe that relationship building the team is very important. So I do a lot of mentoring, I do a lot of coaching, I look for time within my schedule to ensure that the team grows, because I understand very well that the success of the team is my success, and my own success is tied to the success of the team, because it is interwoven. So I spend time in nurturing the people, ensuring that both personal and professionally our people grow, okay, and the team can succeed together. There is a lot of innovation, there is a lot of creativity. In IT, of course, technology, IT, is very dynamic. A lot of things happen continuously. Things are changing, and you have to be relevant. So training, continuous learning is also important. So one of the things I do as a person is that for any word I hear for the first time in a day, I don't let that day go by without checking it out to say, okay, what does this mean? All right, then, of course, also bringing the team to say, look, guys, let's create things that are good. Let's be innovative. So you could see on the screen, we do things like hackathon. We do open sessions for knowledge sharing and things like that, just to ensure that we are keeping abreast with the technology changes, and we are bringing innovations that are meaningful and can ensure that the business succeeds as might be required. So continuous learning is a must-have, and it's something I take very personally. I also, I close into the evenings. I actually allow that the office is a bit quiet. Most people might have gone with the boss and all of that. It just, for me, creates some quiet, right? I can actually look at my day. I can reflect on how things went. I can reflect on what could be done better, areas of improvement. And I can also look at areas to be celebrated. So it's a good time for reflection for me. Then I try as much as possible to close the day with the things that can be closed that day and not carry things forward. Now, I'm sure I've spoken and it looks like, man, your day is so serious. It looks like everything is serious in here. But that's not completely true. So we have a lot of fun. And I think I see that from the picture. Our environment is very open. Our environment is very collaborative. We do things on the floor. There is music playing. There's chit-chatting. We're buying food. We're sharing pizza. We're just ensuring that it's a nice place to work. And I can confidently tell you that IT, not zooming into IT, but technology and MTN in a whole is a beautiful place to work. You see people grow, and you just want to be part of the team. So in conclusion, I will say that a day in my life is dynamic, is demanding, but it's also rewarding, and it's a lot of fun. We work hard and we play hard. So I would like to encourage people to come into the IT space, especially women. We need people in IT. You walk around the floor and you see that, we are not just guys, but we are, I always say guys, and I refer to everybody as guys, but we need more ladies in the team to create that balance. So thank you very much, Kola.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Wow, you said quite a number of things. I'd just like to latch on to some of them. I would like to start on the jocular, lighter level. I remember I saw your pictures and I saw quite a number of those fun things. And I'm glad that you quickly threw that in. The day is dynamic, it's loaded, but it's also full of fun. I remember that a lot of time, my wife, I think she's used to it right now. A lot of times she'll be calling me and she'll be hearing music and she'll be like, like always doing parties. you know, and that's how we roll in MTN. So all those other things, you said you use your intuition a lot, and I found that intriguing. So my question is, have there been times when you used your intuition, you didn't quite get it right, and you were punished for it? I'm just interested, and I'm sure viewers at home would like to know. Do we punish people for?
We don't punish people for, you know, look, God's feeling, intuition is necessary. And you know, I'm in IT, so we talk about a lot about AI and robots and things that there is always human error if we do things by ourselves, and sometimes things don't come out very right because there is that element as a human being that you might not get it right, and that this cannot happen when you use AI. But I think as a person, and I think research have also proven that that human element, that intuition, is those feelings, those emotions that are brought into things actually make it better. Yes, once in a while you might not be 100% correct, then you don't get punished for it, because hey, to encourage creativity, to encourage innovations, you have to try, you have to be experimental, and we try to do it also in a controlled environment. So I don't just go crazy and put something in open air and break down the whole systems, but we encourage it because we see that there is a lot of value in it.
Fantastic, awesome, thank you. So guys, you heard it. We have a very good culture that encourages you. We don't blame here. So Ude, lastly, you mentioned no meeting afternoon, no meeting day. I would like you to throw more color to that, because I know there'll be some people at home who will be wondering, okay, you have some days you don't have meetings, you have some afternoons you don't have meetings. What does that mean, and why is it important?
Okay, so I mentioned about 65% of my day is full of meetings. So most times either you work into the night, and that's not sustainable for an individual, you know, and we understand that it creates a lot of pressure for some people, and as much as possible we're trying to balance the pressure of, you know, balance work and life, you know. We want people to do their jobs but enjoy it and don't carry tasks over from one day to the next. So these days are earmarked to free you up, all right? Every outstanding task, every outstanding deliverable that is there, it frees you up. Then it also creates that, you know, doing my own, that's my thing, you know, ability to innovate, ability to become more creative, ability to bring dimensions that ordinarily you wouldn't have had the time to do because you are bogged down with things. So it's a beautiful initiative. You know, a lot of things have come out of it, and it's highly commendable.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I wish I could have you here for longer, but I know even people at home, they're itching to move on with their lives in the metaverse. Thank you so much, Ude. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure having you. All right, my people, we really, really appreciate that you've been with us. We thank you for staying tuned with us up to this point. So what have we exposed you to? We have told you that MTN is a good place to work. We have told you that we are a diverse organization. Different people can be a part of us. We have told you how to apply, and some of you have asked us questions, and we have answered the questions. So what I want to do right now, I want to bring another friend of mine who's going to share with us all these things you have heard. So what do you do with them? How do you progress from here? How do you take action? Of course, this is the first installment of our MTN Digital Virtual Career Fair. We still have others coming on. We also hold physical career fairs around locations spread around the country and even outside the country, okay? So this is not the first, but this is the first virtual career fair, okay? So all of these things we have exposed you to. How do you take action? I have a very eloquent and beautiful lady here who's going to help us to piece it together and motivate you to action. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Yomi Shitabe. You're welcome.
Thank you, Kola.
All right, share with us what we need to do.
All right, it's pretty simple, but first of all, let me say thank you all once again for joining the Career Fair. And I trust that you've had the most insightful session, you know, throughout this entire program with us. Like I said, it's pretty simple. We want you to please join us and simply take advantage of all the opportunities we have on our website to apply for suitable roles that you find most conducive for yourself. And how do you do this? Simply log on to our website. You have it scrolling down on the screen right now, so take a look at it. And it's www.mtn.ng/careers. Once you put this on the address bar, Click on careers on your top right corner, and then, of course, apply for a role. Simple. That's simple. And one thing I also want you to know is that we are looking forward to you joining us, because we trust and will believe that together we can create a brighter and a more connected tomorrow. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Yomi.
Thank you, Kola.
So I would just like to know, when someone has applied, does it need to call anybody to influence anything for us in MTN?
Definitely not. Definitely not. MTN is an environment where there's fairness and equity in all what we do. All you simply need to do is qualify. Look at the job description, ensure that you can demonstrate on your CVs that you have the requisite competence to deliver, and then, of course, you simply be shortlisted. Simple, quite simple. You don't need to know anybody.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Give me a high five.
That's
All
how
right,
we roll.
guys, you have it. We are gradually winding down right now. All right. And what I would just like to do is to take you on this commercial break, and we'll be right back to close it up. See you on the other side. All right, you're welcome back. It's a pleasure having you logged in with us, sharing this afternoon. Okay, so a lot of us have asked questions, and my point to you is thank you for your questions. All of those questions will be answered, so just stay tuned. I have a lot of my colleagues who are at the back end. They're going to answer all your questions. For the ones that we've taken, they're just the tip of the iceberg. All right, so please, when next we call you, we appreciate that you hit the call. Right now, I have someone special in the studio to come and do what I'm about to do, because I can't do justice to it. I have my friend again here. Her name is Falakemi. Falakemi is just going to, on behalf of MTN and all of us here in the studio, to just thank you and wish you well. So I'm not going to attempt to do that, because I know I will not do a good job of it. So Falakemi, I'll throw that in your plates. Over to you.
Thank you, Kola, and don't mind, Kola, you will do a fantastic job. You just wanted you guys to have the privilege of seeing my, what can I say, my face, I guess.
Lovely
you
face.
know. Lovely face, thank you for that. Whoa, it's really been a very, very interesting session. Well done, Kola.
Thank you.
And thank you to every other person on this side of the table that made this happen. But more importantly, I'll say thank you to you guys for staying with us throughout this session. It's been about an hour and a half, for all of your questions, because your questions show us that you listened attentively to the entire session. I've had the privilege of being in this organization for about 6.5 years, and I must tell you, it's been the best 6.5 years of my entire career, and that career has been somewhat long, right? What can I say again but to say thank you. As Yomi said, please apply. I think Ibotola also said the same thing. And thank you for joining us, as I said earlier, and I certainly look forward to welcoming you to the Yellowverse in the coming months. Thank you once again, and do have a fantastic rest of the day. See you on this side of the MTN Yellowverse in a couple of months. Bye-bye, guys. Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.